Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Text 15, Text number, Chapter 15, Text 25. Prabhavo hi atmanah stotram jujupsanti api vishrutaha hrimantaha paramodaraha paurusham va vigarhitam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. As a person with a sense of honor and magnanimity does not like to hear about his abominable actions, a person who is very famous and powerful does not like to hear himself praised. Text 26. Vayam tva ava avidita loke sutadhyapi varimadbihi karmabihi katam atmanam Gapyayishyama balavat. King Prithu continued, my dear devotees, headed by the sutta, just now I am not very famous for my personal activities because I have not done anything praiseworthy you could glorify. Therefore, how could I engage you in praising my activities exactly like children? Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 4th canto, 15th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled King Prithu's Appearance and Coronation. Prithu, or you can say the ideal example set by Prithu Maharaj as to what one should do. One is praised, what one should do when one is flattered, what is the standard of response of a devotee of the Lord in such situations. So in these verses, it's said that person who is very famous and powerful does not like to hear himself praised. And if he encourages that praising, then it is like misleading young children who are not very educated about the truth. Children are innocent. They're still not aware of the truths. So, by engaging people who are not able to identify whether a person embodies a particular good quality or not, and if ritualistically, if an adult receives such adulation, then it amounts to misleading those children. Of course, in this material world, full of these things happen, flattery happens, and real praise also happens. But unless you are a devotee of the Lord, you do not know how to respond to flattery, how to respond to praise. Both are there in this world. It's full of flattery and praise. Flattery is what here Prahlad Maharaj is saying should not be done. It's not at all good. On the other hand, he says, when these qualities manifest in me, That time praise is okay, he says. So we're not against praise of true qualities in someone. They're not like Mayavadis. We know where the praise is due. When a devotee is praised, he sees it as praising the manifestation of the Lord's merciful qualities in him, and therefore it amounts to praise of the Lord and not praise of the self. Self is a recipient of the costless mercy of the Lord. Neither does he think, oh, I have been special, I got this mercy. That means you need special, means you became a cause for that mercy, therefore God gave you that mercy. So costless mercy. In costless mercy, one cannot pride oneself as I am something special, therefore I did something special, or I have great devotion, therefore Lord showered His mercy upon me. Others don't have devotion, therefore the Lord did not shower His mercy upon them. These kinds of things don't come when one truly understands that it is costless mercy of the Lord. He only knows when and how and where and why He plants His Shakti in a devotee. Because He is the source of all Shakti. He is the source of all good and bad Shaktis in this material world. All good and bad, everything. The Lord, all-pervading Lord, is a source of life, source of consciousness. Mata smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So entire existence is being powered by the background supreme consciousness of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. A devotee knows this. One who does not know this and who is in bodily concept of life, he sees that people are glorifying his bodily empowered activities. Therefore, I am worthy of that because I could see that it is my ability, my intelligence, my skill. It is actually body's abilities, body's skill. Body itself is not mine. The skills of the body, the abilities of the body is all reciprocation of the Lord in the heart. Even for karmis, those who are non-devotees, the difference is the reciprocation is through laws of karma, but it is He alone who is empowering. Even in the demons, when Hiranyakashipu asked Prahlad, where do you get all this power from? Prahlad Maharaj replied, because he was actually seeing the truth. He replied, I get the same power. I get the power from the same source as you get the power. So all power belongs to the Supreme Lord. We are given power to use it, either for our Krishna-less, separated existence knowledge and chase for pleasure and happiness, Or we can use that power as a servant of the Supreme Lord to engage in the service of the Lord, to glorify the Lord. So as a devotee, we should always remember that all power is coming from the Lord in the heart. I cannot claim I am powerless. I am powerless. Krishna is the source of all power. Thinking power, physical power, speaking power. And these powers are distributed to living entities according to Krishna's disposition. For karmis, based on the cause-effect of their past activities. For devotees, based on that as well as simultaneously, causeless mercy of the Lord. And that is why devotees can achieve wonderful things for the Lord beyond their karmic intelligence, karmic strength. So one should have faith that the Lord reciprocates in our heart. If you sincerely want to engage in His service, if you sincerely want to glorify Him, the Lord will give all power, all resources, everything, all abilities. If you don't have the ability, He'll bring that ability from somewhere outside into the pool. It's not necessary all your ability has to manifest in your body. Just like Srila Prabhupada's, by Prabhupada's mercy, so many of his disciples, they created stunning paintings, which Prabhupada called the windows of the spiritual world. So, the spiritual master's disciple's body is extension of his body, because the disciple is surrendered. So he acts for the mission of the Lord through empowering his servants. And by such empowering his servants, Srila Prabhupada spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Wonderful things he did. When it comes to praise, if one does not understand this principle that Krishna is the source of everything, and Guru's mercy is the cause for costless mercy of the Lord. Guru is the cause for the costless mercy of the Lord. So when he knows that the source is Krishna, and Guru is at via media, just like you have a gardening hose, water comes. Gardener, what does he do? That water he'll put there, or he'll turn the hose here. Correct? Similarly, Guru is connected to Krishna's all power, everything. So Guru should show the hose on you. So he is the cause. Yasya prasadad, Bhagavat prasadad. Otherwise, just you will be struggling within your limited karma in his service. Costless mercy comes from the spiritual master. So a devotee always knows, if there is something praiseworthy in me, which the people see, then that is not to my credit at all. It is due to the costless mercy of Krishna coming through my spiritual master. These are all real things that happen. These are the real principles with respect to power, qualities, faculties, skills, extraordinary skills that come. Either the principle of, it's a combination of principle of law of karma and the principle of costless mercy of the Lord coming through the spiritual master. Thus the devotee is always very alert to recognize and enjoy Lord's kindness, Lord's grace upon oneself. That is what you are entitled to enjoy. Personally, confidentially. Within the heart, the devotees, religious, enjoys Krishna's kindness in sending costless mercy through the spiritual master. Spiritual master's kindness, compassion upon me to award me devotional service in the midst of this Mayaik world. To be gifted with devotional service in the midst of this Maya world. For 16 rounds of Hare Krishna to vibrate on my tongue. This is something extraordinary, rare. And from such service to the Nama Avatara, one gets all kinds of empowerment, both to oneself to come out of this material world. You need spiritual power. You're spiritually weak, you cannot come out of Maya. Maya is very powerful. So to come out of Maya, one has to be inspired by the pure Chitta Shakti of the Nama Prabhu in our heart. Satya Shakti. Then only we can come out of. So, empowerment is required for ourselves to counter Maya's power. Constantly we see ourselves power, illusory power pushing us. And we also experience spiritual power of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, because of which we are maintaining our consciousness. We are maintaining our devotional service. So spiritual empowerment is required. A devotee needs power for two things. One, to keep himself away from Maya. And next power is to spread the glories of Krishna or attack Maya. First, power to defend, then power to attack. Preaching means attacking Maya. Prabhupada says, preaching means devotee has declared war against Maya. So all these are some very fundamental basic principles of Vaishnavism, principles of being a proper devotee in knowledge and not thinking, contemplating in self-glorification. I did that, I did this, No, that thought should not even come. Better to practice sake that Prabhupada made me do this. In the social conversation, if we are to talk, Prabhupada made me do this. And when Prabhupada made me do this, Prabhupada made me do this. There also me is not the stress. Who is the stress? Prabhupada made me do this. Sometimes that also becomes practice. Prabhupada made me do this. Huh? Me is not important. Prabhupada is important. Krishna is important. They are the source of power. So only then there will be humility. What is the opposite of humility? Pride. Why does pride come? Because you think you own something. I am the owner of this. I am the owner of this ability. I am the owner of this quality in me. I am the owner. No. When everything is assigned to Guru and Krishna, you don't feel the sense of ownership of these things. And you only feel that I am owned by Guru and Krishna. I am owned by Krishna. I don't own anything. Plus I myself am owned by Guru and Krishna. So praise is very much part of the Vaishnava community, no doubt. But it has to stand on the basis of truth. The one who praises should see truth. The one who is praised should see the truth, that where this praise is due to. In that way, praise and humility, praise on the part of the younger devotees, and humility on the part of the one who is praised, as explained now, how that humility manifests. What is the knowledge behind that humility? So it is without any Maya entering into that, praise subsists in a Vaishnava community. Flattery at the point of start itself is a lie. Very often flattery is used in this world. So if somebody flatters, like Puttu Maharaj felt he was being flattered, he speaks the truth. He uses that as an opportunity to make the devotee understand that everything is the due praise to the owner of everything, proprietor of everything, Krishna. And for that, Krishna's supreme owner of everything, his mercy to come to me, my spiritual master, is the medium. Because of his devotion, because of his mercy on me. So in that is a response that one should have to anybody innocently flattering. Innocent flattering will happen, doesn't matter. Then innocent flattering is not cheating. Innocent flattering. One who is receiving that flattery is the one who is in Maya. So as an individual, innocently people flatter. Of course, there are rogues who flatter with an objective in mind. They know the psychology. Let me chadao him and get what I want. Correct? Of course, that is never never allowed. Such flattery is never allowed in a Krishna conscious community, because that is duplicitous nature. Falsely glorifying someone, if I have to get this, I have to do this. It happens in the material world, in karmi organization, it happens. And then they get what they want. That cannot happen here. But here young devotees, they may not be able to identify properly. They may, technically it may be flattery. So one should not get angry. Like Prithu Maharaj preaches, you should preach that person. So the value system is built up in everyone. Always recognizing Krishna and Guru and always passing on every praise to Guru and Krishna and not eating that praise. Using that praise for sense gratification. Yes, I feel great. Sometimes some devotees, they join Krishna consciousness movement and they have their experience having worked outside, and always they have experienced a different kind of a work atmosphere where their boss always calls them and very good, good, praise, everything. So one devotee who was 2-3 years old, after joining, he came and told me, Prabhu, this I don't see here. The boss calling and telling, very good, very good. If you tell that, then everybody will be more fired up. He said. If they bring collection, you should call them and tell them, very good, tap on the back and this, that, all those things. They consciously practice this, the outside world. They practice this consciously. So nothing wrong. He is observing that this is, the person gets a sense of achievement, and then, so if you do all that, then we can produce more for Krishna Prabhu. Why do not our leaders do this? In FR meeting, in this meeting, that meeting, she praise everybody, all those things. So I explained that, see, that is a, if you want to culture fruitive mentality, yes, you can. But we are doing this service to kill fruitive mentality. We are doing this service to kill fruitive mentality. I am the doer is a fruitive mentality. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer of the fruits. Is the fruitive mentality. Krishna is a doer, Krishna is the enjoyer of my work. That is Krishna consciousness. So these verses are very instructive, very practical, with respect to how devotee interacts with respect to glorification, seeing something good in somebody. If you praise someone, then the scriptures say that you will soon share that same quality. Very important. If you praise someone of the truth, very soon you will share that quality. If you criticize someone for some weakness in some devotee, the mode of criticizing, then also the karma is that very soon that same fault will come to you. So criticism does not go free from karma. You'll be shocked to land up with that. Oh, this devotee never attends Mangalarti. I am going every day at right time I'm going. Last 10 years I have gone. Not one day I missed Mangalarti. The devotee doesn't come for Mangalarti. Very soon your Mangalarti will break. Your Mangalarti will break. So we have to be extremely conscious of our consciousness in the community. Any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Uh, you have told about how to handle the praise.
How to handle?
The praise.
Praise.
You have told about. So in the current day generation, younger generation, they are having difficulty to handle criticism and take corrections. How do we deal with it, and how the younger generation should deal with it?
That is because they are difficult to handle positive criticism from the authorities. Authorities don't criticize. Authorities correct. But devotees take it as, young devotees, inexperienced devotees think it is criticism. The authorities always dole out corrections, dole out instructions, so that they learn from that. So, if somebody is very sensitive to any correction that we make, the authority makes. Very important in Vaishnava community, the right kind of interactions are required by authorized sources to correct devotees, because everybody joins without full knowledge. And then being in the community, he learns. Learns means something was not there, he learns. This is a process, everybody learns. Kanishta learns from Madhya, Madhya learns from Uttama, like we all learn from Srila Prabhupada. So that learning process is there. So part of the learning process is the people who are authorized to teach should alone do the correction and criticism. And if the devotee is sensitive to it, then that means he has to give up his pride. If somebody does something and the authority says, no, this you should have done like this, the devotee, if he thinks I am perfect, there is nothing for me to see, learn, then that is pride. Or if the devotee knows, no, I did correctly, but my authorities did not see. Factually, it may be true, but as far as attitude is concerned, one should maintain humility. And in a humble manner, you can always say, there is always power, there is always scope for communication. Prabhu, no, Prabhu, this is the way. Maybe the authority will immediately realize, oh, you are correct. Authority also should be humble. Yes, it is correct. I oversaw that. What you are saying is correct. So if humility is there at all levels, then there won't be any problem. Both will benefit. So being sensitive to correction is a very neophyte stage. One should understand that I am full of faults. In spite of my trying to be perfect, the end result is I am full of faults. Full of faults in so many ways. In terms of skills, in terms of knowledge, material knowledge, in terms of spiritual sensitivities. I am very young, I should learn. So then such a person can very rapidly learn. One who sees, one who knows that one who is thirsty can drink, will seek to drink, and will drink and quench his thirst. If the person is thinking, I know everything, I have nothing, I lack nothing, there's no learning attitude, then he will not make progress. Very slow progress he'll make. You want to rapidly progress, then one has to have a learning attitude. Where all I can learn from, the devotee should see. That is the meaning of sadhu sangha. Can I learn this? He's got good quality. He's got this good quality. Let me learn from him. Any other question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, regarding this flatter, that one sloka of that Prabodhananda Saraswati is there, na? Where that Prabhupada also says in his that class that he may be a rascal number one, but you go and glorify him and then tell, please surrender to Lord Chaitanya. So that flatter, how we understand that? I think like, because outside all we have to flatter people, no? To get money also. No?
That is, see, for a child to take food, the parents do so much flattery. That is out of love. So, in order to give a medicine, we may praise them. That is another department. When you live with the devotees sincerely, no flattery. Outside to engage people in Krishna consciousness, you flatter them. So they feel good. Because first you have to create a feel good before you talk. First make them feel good and then take the check. If they don't feel good, then they cannot serve the Lord. When they feel good, chad gaya. And then you ask them, please serve Krishna. Good point. So flattery ka bhi kaam hai. But don't use it in the devotee community. Especially don't do it with the authorities. इतना एक्सपीरियंस हो गया है उसको फ्लैटर करके अपना काम ले लिया बाहर, इधर आके अथॉरिटी से भी कुछ फ्लैटर करके कुछ मिलेगा, पोजीशन मिलेगा, ये मिलेगा. डोंट यूज दैट. Actually, devotees see this very easily, that so-and-so is flattering. They see that.
Prabhu, in this connection, Prabhupada said once, lion in the chase and lamb at the home.
Yes. In the ashram, you be like a lamb. Outside, you be like a lion, preaching. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की जय.